Hello again. Welcome to another Tiny Desk sermon. This is going up on the week of the fourth Sunday after Epiphany. I'm recording this actually the Sunday before. I'm trying to preempt some things coming down the pipeline, but we're happy that you're here. This is, I believe it's the 27th of January. Great for you to be with us, joining us again this morning. So this morning we're going to hear from Paul's letter to the Corinthians. It's the epistle lesson for this upcoming week. So Paul writes, "Now concerning food offered to idols, we know that all of us possess knowledge. This knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. If anyone imagines what he knows something he does not yet know as he ought to know. But if anyone loves God, he is known by God. Therefore, as to the eating of food offered to idols, we know that an idol has no real existence, and that there is no God but one. For although there may be so-called gods in heaven and on earth, as indeed there are so many gods and many lords, yet for us there is one God, the Father, from whom all things and for whom we exist, and one Lord Jesus Christ, through whom are all things and through whom we exist. However, not all possess this knowledge, but some, through former association with idols, eat food as really offered to an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled. Food will not commend us to God. We are no worse off if we do not eat, and no better off if we do. But take care that this right of yours does not somehow become a stumbling block for the weak. For if anyone sees you who have knowledge eating in an idol's temple, will he not be encouraged, if his conscience is weak, to eat food offered to idols? And so by your knowledge this weak person is destroyed, the brother for whom Christ died. Thus, sinning against your brother and wounding their conscience when it was weak, you sin against God. Therefore, if food makes my brother stumble, I will never eat meat, lest I make my brother stumble." So, is Paul saying we all need to be vegan or vegetarian? Well, not necessarily. And of course, there's not anything wrong with that. If you do hold to one of those diets, good for you. Congratulations, you're better at that than I am. But really what Paul is saying isn't so much about what we eat, but it's about what we do. Paul's saying we need to look out for our neighbor's need over and above our own needs. And Paul's using the example of the meat sacrificed on the altars to idols as a way of drawing the attention to what it means to love our neighbor. As Paul says, love builds up. Love springs forth in everything. And so for some Christians in Corinth, they know that the meat sacrificed to the idol is nothing. It is just meat that is there to be consumed. And their soul is good and well for that. But some of them are new Christians. Some of them lack that knowledge. And so when they see that, they, through their former idol worship, think, well, there is really something there. And so they corrupt their heart and their soul through that consumption. And what Paul's telling the church in Corinth and us, what are the things that we do, or what are the things that we can make sacrifices for to help bring our brother who is new in the faith, or our sister who is new in the faith, along with us? How can we show love for them? Now, it's not giving up our faith or our values that we do, but rather we help ease them into our practices and customs that we have as a church. We share the love of Christ with them. And Paul says if doing so will help those who he loves come to Christ, he says of himself that he will never eat meat again. What are some of the things that we can give up? What are some of the things that we can sacrifice to show our love for our neighbor and our love for God? Those are some questions I'd like you all to ponder this week. It's one of those things that doesn't really have an answer. We know it when we see it, though. Thanks for joining me for another Tiny Desk sermon. Thank you, Mrs. Sullivan, for letting me use your desk. And thank you, you letting me use your classroom. And thank you to Clay. Clay, I'm sitting in your desk this week, but moving around, getting a different angle going from different sides. So I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful week. God's blessings, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.